here from Mind Potential Psychology, and guess what? It is the final week of the De-Stress Your Life Challenge. So you've made it the whole way through. Awesome work. So we're into week 4 now. So today I'm going to go over what you should have done until now, and then just kind of wrap things up with a few additional points. All of this can be found in the last homework document that I put together for you guys. So basically all you need to do is get your hands on that document, and it'll make sure you've gone through everything and you can tick it off as you go, okay? So I'm going to just talk through that document now, and then you guys can get that by going and private messaging us the word homework 4. I'll just put that here for you guys so you know. So this is what you need to send us in a private message to get that document, homework 4, okay? And then you can use it as a bit of a checklist to guide you through the last 4 weeks to make sure that you've gotten everything, okay? So the first thing is a bit of a checklist saying, have you done your homework 1 from week 1? Okay, so that was where I introduced deep breathing or belly breathing, as well as mindfulness. So we did the breath awareness exercise, and I also got you guys to do a mindfulness of daily activity. Okay, so have you done that? Tick. Or if not, go back and do it. The second one is, have you done week 2 and the homework for week 2? Okay, so this is where I introduced some more mindfulness. So we did the body scan, and I got you to continue with the mindfulness of daily activity. And I also introduced another informal mindfulness practice, the AND exercise, in that week as well. Okay, so becoming aware of body sensations and what's going on inside of you, naming them, and then describing the feeling associated with them. Okay, so the next thing is, have you done week 3? All right, so this is where I introduced thoughts and how thoughts can drive stress, and we did a mindfulness of thoughts exercise with that homework. So go back and have a look at that if you haven't. And then the final one relates to this week and this homework document, and that's, have you completed your stress management plan? Okay, so today's really focused about bringing it all together and putting it into one simple document that outlines your stress management plan. Okay, before we jump into that, I'm just going to go over a few additional tips that I've put together. So these tips, there's 6 of them, I've sat down and thought about, what do I find really useful in my life for managing stress? What have I found that works? Okay, and I've put these into some tips for you guys. All right, you might have something completely different, and that's okay. These are just things that I found really beneficial on top of what we've covered in the last 3 weeks. All right. So these are all in that homework document, so you don't need to remember these. But the first one is organising yourself with a to-do list, okay? So when you've got a lot of things going on, it's common for people to try to hold them up here in their brain. And to do that, they have to think about them over and over and over again. And that's going to drive your stress, okay? So organising yourself with a to-do list allows you to get all the stuff up here that you think you need to get done out onto paper. All right, and then when it's on paper, it allows you, or gives you the opportunity to put that paper away when you're not to doing. All right, and when you're in to doing mode, you can get out that piece of paper, look at what's on top of your list, and start doing it. All right, but when it's not to doing time, like when you're at home with the family or cooking dinner or whatever it is, you put it away. All right, and then you don't need to carry it around in your head, which will cause stress. Okay, my tip number 2 is to then prioritize. All right, so you might have 15 things to do on your to-do list, but they're going to be different priorities. All right, so it's really important, once you've got your to-do list, to go through and number them or put them in order of priority. All right, so you're not working on something that's really not needing your time or focus right now, when there's something that might need your time or focus more. All right, so prioritize. Make sure I always number mine. I always go at the beginning of my day, I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and make sure they're in order. And then I just focus on, well, actually that leads on to the next one, which is tip number 3, is focus on one task at a time. So once you've got your to-do list, you've prioritized it, then the important thing is that you focus on one task at a time. Okay, yes, there's other things on your to-do list, but thinking about them and going over them in your head over and over again, that's not getting those things done. Okay, so when you have your to-do list and you've said, this is the most important task that I need to focus on right now, it's important that you just focus on that task. Okay, that's going to allow you to get it done faster and it's going to make you more productive and perform better as well. But you're probably going to get better quality work, all right? So thinking about all the other things isn't getting them done. When it's time for them, you'll get to them, okay? They're on your to-do list over here and you prioritize them. Now, the best thing you can do is just focus on one task at a time, all right? My fourth point is having a switch off time. I really think that this is so important. We can't be go, 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 go all the time. Not good for us. We need that downtime. It's really crucial, really important to give us a sense of being refreshed and relaxed. And it also likely makes you perform better when you are doing, okay? So what a switch off time to me, for example, is when I walk in the house at the end of the day, okay? I make that, okay, I'm done for the day. I've done everything I can do for now. I'll get back on myself that, particularly when I've got a lot on, and I know that my to-do list is still really big. I have to say, right, but I've done everything I can for now. I'll get back to it tomorrow. And some people even need to leave their laptop or their phones and their work phones in the car so they're not tempted to kind of do a bit of sneaky work on the side or check emails during their switch off time, okay? So switch off time means no more work, no more to doing for the day. This might be when you're connecting with your family or you're doing something else for yourself, like going for a walk or doing some exercise or reading a book or whatever it is. Have some downtime, all right, where you switch off from all to doing. All right. So my fifth one is use a prompt. One of the hardest things about being in the present moment and staying grounded is remembering to do it, okay? We so automatically and easily get caught up in our thoughts, okay? It's human nature. It's what we all do. So the best thing that we can do sometimes is to have a bit of a prompt that reminds us throughout our day to ground ourselves and come back to the present moment. I've actually included one in your homework document that you can use if you want, but feel free to use your own. I've actually included a little card that you can print off and cut out that says breathe, and you can stick this on your computer or your fridge or somewhere that you know you're going to see frequently through the day. And every time you see that, that's just a gentle reminder to stop, breathe, ground yourself back in the present moment, okay? But I know other people who put dots around their house, and every time they see a dot, that reminds them. Other people set reminders on their phone. So whatever works for you, have a prompt, all right? Give it a go and see what you think. And my final point is self-care. Preventing ourselves from getting to that really heightened state of stress, okay? And that comes with self-care on a day-to-day basis. How are you looking after yourself? Are you eating well with foods that agree with you? Are you sleeping well? Are you exercising? Just looking after your general health and well-being will help prevent you from getting in those heightened states of stress. All right, so keep scheduling that self-care and make sure you're doing it. They're my 6 final tips for you guys. So now onto the stress management plan. Again, there's a template for this in that homework document, so just type in homework 4 and you'll get it. So this is basically a breakdown over the last couple of weeks, getting you to think about what's worked, what hasn't, and come up with your own personalised stress management plan. So everybody's different. Different things work differently for different people, all right? So you might have found some of my tips didn't help at all. Other ones you might have really enjoyed and really liked and found useful, okay? So scrap the ones that didn't work for you and use the ones that did. So the stress management plan will just get you again, what are your stress triggers, okay? What sets you off? What triggers that stress response? Then it'll get you to rethink about what your warning signs are. How does stress show up in your body? How do you know when you're becoming stressed? And then it's going to get you to note down the things or the activities that make you feel calm and relaxed, okay? Is it going for a walk? Is it having a relaxing bath? Is it reading a book? Whatever it is. And the final thing is, what are your top tools for reducing stress? So when you become stressed, what did you notice over the last few weeks that helps you reduce stress? Is it doing a mindfulness exercise, like a formal meditation like the body scan? Is it doing the informal exercise like the AMD? Is it deep breathing or belly breathing? What is it for you? Is it one of the other tips that I just went over? What works for you? And you might just have 2 or 3, and that is completely okay. You don't need a list of 10 things, just whatever works, right? And that, I think, brings us to the end. Let me just have a look. Yep, we covered it all. That is the final document for you guys. So jump into the private message box, type in homework 4, and it'll come your way, and you can just work through it. And that'll kind of bring the last few weeks all together. okay, into your own stress management plan. So I hope that you found the last 4 weeks really useful and that you've gotten something out of it, a way of reducing your stress. I've said this over and over again, but I'm more than available to answer any questions. So please just private message or email us. You can email me personally at Danielle, DANIELLE, at mppsych.com.au. I'll just pop that up for you. .com.au. I'm always available to answer questions. So shoot me a personal email here, or just shoot a private message, okay? It's only myself or Tracy who'll be reading it. That's it. So you can shoot a message and we'll get back to you really soon. Or if you want to just shoot me an email, that's fine. I want to make sure you guys get the most out of this. So if there's anything holding you back or that you don't understand, just shoot a message and then we can clarify, okay? But otherwise, I hope that you've gotten something out of it and found it useful. Sing it if you need anything. Bye for now.